It is December 14th in the year 2023. I'm Dave Rubin. This is People of the Internet. For some reason doing this in a bit of an English accent. Isabel, do you have an English accent that you can offer us today?
Well, I'd be happy to offer one, Dave.
What's happening on the internet today, Isabel?
A lot, Dave. This was a video that totally blew my mind today. I don't know if you've noticed, but meat is like the enemy lately. I don't know how much you're paying attention, but the UN is trying to suggest that we have zero net meat consumption per individual to try to save the planet within the next couple of years. The whole lab-grown meat conspiracy of how people like Bill Gates are buying millions upon millions upon millions of acres of farmland while they're financing these new approved lab-grown meats. There's a lot going on behind the scenes in the meat industry, but one new study is proving that it's actually really important we eat meat, and this blew my mind. Watch this.
Scientists at UChicago just discovered that a fatty acid found in meat and dairy products helps our immune cells fight cancerous tumors. The researchers found that transvexanic acid, which is the predominant trans fatty acid found in grazing ruminants including cows and sheep, improves humans' immune response to cancer. Humans can consume TVA from fatty ruminant meat and dairy products such as milk, cheese, butter, and yogurt. Toddlers receive TVA from their mother's breast milk as well. More specifically, the researchers found that consuming TVA improves the ability of CD8 plus T cells to infiltrate tumors and kill cancer cells. The research published in Nature also displayed that patients with higher amounts of TVA in their blood responded better to immunotherapy. In this study, two postdoctoral fellows, Hao Fan and Siwan Zia, started with a compound library of 255 bioactive molecules derived from nutrients and further evaluated the top 6 candidates in human and mouse cells. TVA performed the best, and they reported that only 20% of it is broken down into byproducts, while the remaining 80% circulates in our blood. They discovered that while circulating in the blood, TVA enhances anti-tumor immunity by activating an important immune pathway. Dr. Jing Chen, a senior author on the paper, said, quote-unquote, to see that a single nutrient like TVA has a targeted mechanism on a targeted immune cell type, I find that really amazing and intriguing. Chen and the research team want to study a wide range of nutrients circulating in the blood to better understand their impact on our immunity and aging.
I love stuff like this, but talk about incredible conspiracy theory opportunities if you like playing the tinfoil hat game, that all the same people trying to get you not to eat meat are these billionaires who also fund the pharmaceutical industry. So how interesting would it be if you all got cancer?
Right. Well, all the people who are trying to get us not to eat meat, they are going to continue to eat meat. What do you think they're eating at the dinners at the World Economic Forum? What do you think when they're going to the Mandarin Oriental and to the Four Seasons every night? I assure you,
they're not eating the bugs that they want you to eat. I'll tell you that much.
They are not eating bugs. They absolutely are not. And Isabel, you know I am a lover of meat, and I am just going to continue eating meat. I'm just telling, for me, if I eat maybe I'm going to do the carnivore for like a week, really do it like Jordan Peterson style, because I find if I just eat red meat and veggies, so that's not full like hardcore like elimination carnivore, but if I eat steak and veggies, I feel good. I just feel good. That's really over the last couple of months as I've lost some weight. That's mostly how I've done it. I mean, these guys are out with me all the time. Like, I'm always ordering giant steaks, but I feel fine after. It's like you have to keep the sugars and the other stuff out.
It's delicious, everybody. When you go over to Dave's house, he smokes up some good stuff on the barbecue. It's great. But it is fascinating to me that red meat in particular is under so much attack, and how in the last several decades, like this isn't even a new idea, but under the last several decades, we've seen it attacked as this horrible for you thing to consume, that it's going to cause all kinds of health issues. But the more people are actually researching the carnivore diet, people like Paul Saladino and Jordan Peterson's daughter and all kinds of people that are exposing this, it blows my mind how good it is for you and how particularly it impacts your immune system so well. People who struggle with autoimmune deficiencies or diseases or disorders, they are all thriving when they just kick everything else to the curb and they focus specifically on eating meat, and specifically a lot of red meat. The story of Jordan Peterson's daughter is phenomenal. If you guys have never looked that up and you happen to be watching this, maybe it has something to do with what this new study is unpacking, that these specific types of nutrients within red meat might actually be boosting your immune system.
Yeah, I just think, look, everyone's body's a little bit different. Everyone responds to things a little bit differently, and you should try to eat things that you respond well to. But there is something, to me, it seems almost intuitive. There's something about, like, if you get a good steak that's good quality and everything. You're obviously getting a lot of protein, and nobody doubts that protein is good for you. And a certain amount of animal fat actually is good for you too. And then you
Yeah.
put some veggies on the side and then skip the fries, like you're gonna be all right.
You're going to
And
be
that has
just
been
fine.
Dave and Isabel's Health Hour.
Approved. The stamp of approval right there. All right, Dave, this is a short film that I saw on Instagram this morning, and it literally floored me. It's only about 15 seconds long, on a commentary regarding modern dating, and I'm dying to get your take.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's
I watched it like 10 times in a row, but it just floored me. The end, how it so quickly becomes dystopian and a completely different experience.
Wow, that's really good. You know, it's a little like I'm not in this game anymore, and you know, like even that version of online dating was well before me, kind of. But like we've talked about this a lot on the Rubin Report, like just how this has shifted the minds of people, and like the inability to like just meet someone and just sit down for a drink or go up to somebody, or just that you've itemized and atomized every little thing, like so that you know all of her favorite movies and music before you sit down. Like, where is the magic in that?
There is none. And you've created this persona of somebody and every single thing about them and their personality within 3 seconds of looking at their picture and swiping left or right, rather than actually taking the time to fall in love with someone's little quirks and the things that they love. I think we're just like jumping to the end conclusion at the first picture, the first edited picture that you look at of someone, rather than having a deep conversation and a meaningful connection with another person. Ugh, chills literally every time. I am one of the weird people my age. I'm like extremely old soul oriented, but I never even thought about downloading a dating app. Obviously, that's like the normal way that you meet people now, but I feel really fortunate that any boyfriend I had before I even met my now fiance and Brock, I all met in person, and I had a chance to like meet them in the 3-dimensional real world, and it was this actual connection of humanity that is so abnormal now.
Hey, Brock, what are you swiping right now? Sorry.
Brock said he deleted all the dating apps on his phone like 2 days after he met me. Good story, by the way. He said, I don't need them anymore, which is adorable. But it's also just sad that we've convinced people you do need them, because it's just so hard to meet people. Everybody says that. All of my friends, my family, everybody. It's just so hard to meet people. I can't just go to a bar. I can't just go to church, or I can't just meet up with people in real life. You can. It's just not the normal thing to do.